Okay, this is a review of The World Without Superman. This is, the storyline's also known, Funeral for a Friend, when they published it. I reviewed the Death of Superman trade a while back, and I got this, and the reason why I have this, well, obviously I had that, but the thing was, I got the Death of, like, a few days before Christmas, and after Christmas I had a lot of cash, and I got this in return. This was like 2 years ago, so I have no idea why I'm telling you this story now. I just want you people to get a little more in-depth look of how my boring-ass life is. Anything yet? Wow. I am bored. I have a long week, folks. I have no school. Thank you, spring break. I have no idea what that voice came from. Okay. So, the story, obviously enough, takes place right after he died. I know, shocker. And Superman's dead. A lot of people from the big fight with Doomsday are battered and bruised. And basically, I'm just going to sum this up. This is a giant-ass mope story that's worth $18 if you pay it at the store, and it is chock full of pages. This collects like a bunch of miscellaneous issues because, you know, the same thing they were doing with the Death of Superman. They kind of had like 4 titles at the time. They had Superman, Adventures of Superman, Action, and Man of Steel. And they kind of wrote them as a weekly. So they really wrote it so it read like a weekly comic book. I think I've explained this before in the Death of video. If not, you people are getting learned tonight. And, you know, this essentially chronicled the story. Now, this, you know, that's the same horrifyingly huge amount of writers and artists. Dan Jurgens, Carl Cassell, Jerry Ordway, Louise Simonson, Roger Stern, a bunch of other artists. Walter Simonson, Dan Jurgens again, John Bogdanoff, I can't say her name, Tom Grummett, Butch Geist, just a bunch of people, because it was like so many issues, and it has like I don't even want to look up the issue number. I may or may not put it in the annotations. Please don't hold me against me if you do. Now, the story's mostly, reading this is kind of a chore too. Not a chore, but the thing is, this goes along with the Death of this and Returns. It has so much continuity, and they don't really set it up. You literally start kind of like Doomsday, but you're not like, there's a Justice League, there's all these people, and the thing is, this is the 90s, so they still did those editor's notes, those annotations with the asterisk. They do that now, but don't do it as much, and they reference all these issues, which you'll probably never be able to read. And there's a lot of really sad moments. Lois is moping, Clark's parents are roaming. It feel bad for a lot of people. The one moment that kind of made me almost cry, and I am admitting this because I'm a man, I think, is Bibbo, who's like a drunken sailor. He had one of the more sad stories because he's crying about Superman being gone, and he asks God, why take him, not me? That is touching. You know, and things are bad. A lot of people are coming out. Cadmus is trying to take Superman and do experiments on his corpse. Supergirl, who's like the Matrix Supergirl, is doing stuff. It's just, everyone's just kind of messed up. The crime rate's going up. Lex is confused. Everyone's confused. Wow, that doesn't sound too uncommon. And Pa Kent almost dies of a heart attack. Almost dies! Almost dies. I just want to point that out. He dies a lot. That man cannot stay alive. You know, and he's in some sort of episode, hits him in a war, and he talks to Clark. He's having this weird pseudo dream where he's fighting a bunch of aliens and Kryptonians, and you find out he's alive and the body's gone. I know that's a big spoiler, and I'm sorry if I ruined it for you. You probably know. What am I spoiling? This, it has some sad moments. It's definitely, you know, it's something you want, like, after you read The Death, which is honestly kind of overrated. Yes, it's a big deal just because of the death. Everything else is bleh. It's okay. The funeral's touching. There's a lot of good moments in here where you realize how many lives this man's touched. But it's just, it's just not great. It's like $18. If you can find it for cheaper, you're good for it. I don't think. It's not that you're left out of money. It's just that you might. I just think it's not worth $18. I give it a 7 out of 10. That's all I gotta say, guys. Peace.